Hello. I'm going to wait until there are a few people on here for this impromptu live. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay and see me okay. I just thought I would come on here to do a quick live. Can you hear me and can you see me okay? I just thought I'd do an impromptu live. I haven't been live on here for a while. And you might be new to my page. And you may not be aware of what I do, what I currently do now. And you might know me from co-parenting and parenting. I thought I'd come on here really quickly. I'm in the US right now, visiting family, which is lovely. It's been a few years since I've been here, and I'm enjoying the weather. Hello. So you are likely here because you follow me, you know me from co-parenting and parenting. But now we are moving into a new era. This is what I'm calling the sovereign era, which is basically, it's life after, but not necessarily life after co-parenting. This is really for women who, I think we all have fallen into these patterns, who are the good girl people pleaser. You likely resonate with that because I haven't actually met anyone who does not have an element of the, good girl in them. People pleasers, there are plenty of those around. A lot of people break out of those patterns though as they start doing this work, this self-development. But sometimes that good girl still lingers. So that is really what I'm talking to now, because I was the good girl. I was the good girl people pleaser. And it took me a long time to realize it. And then once I realized it, then I went on the journey to untangle all of that, because that is something that got me into situations that I would not have chosen had I broken, the cycle of being the good girl. As in the career that I chose prior to this, the relationships that I was in, the life that I was living, and the choices that I made in life. I always put other people ahead of me, and I always wanted to do the right thing, be the person making all the decisions that were the right decisions, the appropriate decisions, and, follow the path, whatever the path may be, which is just what society tells us, or what other people do, or what other people are doing, or other people that you know. Just following the pattern, following the path. And I remember just being completely unpassionate at my desk job that I had at the time, and really asking myself, is this all there is? This is life? How do these people sit here, do this day in, day out, and not completely hate their life? Now, don't get me wrong. Being an accountant was great. And the industry that I was in paid very well. I was very well looked after, but it just felt so soul destroying, and I knew that wasn't the life for me. And the same with relationships, different relationships. Not really. I didn't even know how to spell boundaries. I didn't know what boundaries were. I didn't know they were a thing. But I always got to a point where I realized that I was bending over backwards for other people, and that didn't really feel good. It felt right because that was my pattern, but it didn't actually feel good. It didn't reap any reward or benefit for me. I just benefited others, obviously. So this good girl patterning shows up everywhere, and it really does mess with your life. And I see it in every single woman that I work with, even when she has her shit together, even when she's got her career or her business and new relationship and healthy life, healthy lifestyle, these good girl patterns are running and coursing through our DNA, it seems. And it really does keep you small. Like, I've done a lot of work myself on this journey. But you still find that it's not so much that you are operating as the good girl, but you do water yourself down. Make yourself smaller. Dumb yourself down even, and not really appreciate your gifts and your superpowers. I'm extremely good at what I do with my clients. I cannot articulate that specifically because it's kind of beyond words. But this is the thing. When you have this good girl patterning and these cycles that we need to break, if you want to be this true, authentic version of yourself, then we need to really understand where our superpowers lie. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't even realize. A lot of people just follow the path that they were sold and told, and then end up 40, 50, 60 years old, not in love with their life. That is not the life for me. I'm seriously not interested in that. So, freedom, to me, is when we are our true, authentic selves, when we are able to really show up in our power. We're really able to appreciate our gifts, because we all have gifts. It's up to you if you want to tap into them or not. And really just not give a shit what people think. Because the people who have something to say are not your people, and that's absolutely fine. We all know that intellectually. And it depends on what you are doing for your job or career, or what you do on a day-to-day basis. But I cannot stay small. I refuse to stay small. I refuse to be the version of myself that is more palatable for others. I just simply refuse. I will not do it. And I know that there are a lot of women, and I've worked with a lot of women who are discovering who they truly are. Like, they're reinventing themselves. And it's not, it's more of a male thing to go through a midlife crisis. It can seem like a midlife crisis, but I don't really describe it that way. It's more like you get to a certain age and you realize, oh, hang on, I've been successful. I'm successful in this area, this area, this area, this area, but I'm not fucking happy. I should be happy. I'm grateful, but I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. I feel like something is missing. And in my opinion, it's not that something is missing. It's that you need to go back to who the fuck you are and remember who that is before the world taught you and told you to be less. Now, I'm not going to get into the patriarchy here because we'll be here all day. But if you know, you know. Like, there are certain systems that we live in every day that we assume just the way it has to be. I am, I don't know, for want of a better word, a bit of a rebel. I just want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I seem to attract a lot of women who are the same. You're kind of like the good girl people pleaser, but you're not really that way. You have some fire in you. You have some passion about whatever it is you're passionate about. But it's breaking out of these patterns so that you can truly be who you are. And that takes work. It takes a commitment to yourself. And it takes shedding the fear and the shame and the guilt and the fear of people perceiving you in a way that you are not. I think that's the best way for me to describe that. It is so incredibly hard to show up as you truly are when you are too worried about people maybe misunderstanding who you are or judging you based on who you are. You're crazy, your unhingedness, because, you know, we're all a little bit unhinged, and that's okay. It's okay to be a little bit wild every now and again, in my opinion. We're human. But let me know if this is landing for you, if you resonate, because I realize over the years of doing this work, not everybody wants to be free. Not everybody really has this urge. Some people are very happy and content with their lives and how their lives are going, which is fine. If you're happy and you're satisfied and you're grateful and you're fulfilled, there is nothing for us to really talk about. But I'm really here for the woman who, on the surface, has this like enviable life, a relationship, or career or business, whatever it is. People look to you and, think that you've got it going on, but deep down, you're not being your true self. You're not honoring who you are truly. You're just loved and appreciated for the version of you that you have allowed people to see. Now, the work that I was doing previously, and also how I started in this space, which was actually helping people heal from narc abuse, and then it evolved into parenting and co-parenting in that dynamic. But as much as those people wear masks for their agenda, we also wear masks. And when I say we, I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying the one who is listening to this, who resonates with being the good girl people pleaser, who is a fucking badass in all areas of her life, but knows that she is grateful with her life, but she's not fucking satisfied with it, and something feels like it's missing. It's just something not quite right. And as I'm speaking, again, I know the right person is going to hear this, and this is going to land you right in the gut. I know how it feels to... It feels like living a lie. Like you wear this mask to be appropriate and composed and capable and helpful and this and that, and the good girl. The good girl people pleaser. I have 2 daughters. I do not want them following in my footsteps of these patterns of being the good girl people pleaser, because that only ever hurts you, and in the wrong hands, that is not a good trait to have. It's not a good trait to be a people pleaser. You can be lovely and sweet and helpful and empathetic and loving towards the people around you, but don't let people mistake that kindness and that empathy for being a fucking idiot. And that's what I'm trying to drill into my children. Obviously, I don't explain it in that way. Yeah? So I know if you're listening to this, you might have just accidentally got here. If you did, hi. I'm Sarah Komoto, Sovereign Leadership Mentor. I basically help women step into their power, but really shed these masks and drop the act, because it doesn't serve you. And I think you've realized that at this point in your life. It has got you a lot of success. Being the good girl people pleaser, also a high achiever. You can be successful in life, but is it the life that you want to be living? Are you the version of you want to be? Because usually we are not, and we know that. And knowing that people love you or like you based on this like masked version of you is all well and good, but it's not the true you. And I know what that's like. I know what it feels like to not want to be seen. Because, what if? What if you're too much? What if you're not enough? What if they're going to judge you for how you look? What if? Whatever it may be. But just what if you show up as who you truly are? You say what you want to say. You do what you want to do. As long as you're not hurting anyone. And try it on. You can take baby steps. Even me showing up live here, I don't particularly like showing up live. I really enjoy communicating with people. And I enjoy creating my content. I'm more of a long form content person. I can't say what I want to say in 30 seconds, basically. Or in a carousel, although I do like and enjoy writing. I'm more of a long form person, but I cannot do that justice on here. That's why I don't really show up live here. But I'm all about depth and my kind of woman. I'm a woman's woman. And I know you hear me when I say that. And by you, I mean the right you. Maybe not everyone that's here. I seem to attract a lot of women who are very similar to me. Think very similarly. Good girl people pleasers. Reformed good girl people pleasers. Have your shit together. But something's not quite sitting right with you. That's who I'm here for. I love when my clients have breakthroughs. I love when that spark gets ignited in them. That flame that was almost snuffed out. I love when that gets reignited and they kind of, come to life. The heaviness of what is going on for them or has been going on for them falls away. Life is not about problems and challenges, believe it or not. We're not about that here. I'm here to help you break the cycle for the future generations, for your children. Because if you don't break it, it just falls on them to break it. And when I say the cycle, I mean people who succumb to other people's whims, to other people's agendas, whether it's romantically, whether it's within the workplace, whether it's within your family system. If you're a little bit of a lone wolf and you know you have so much within you that you are not really reaching that full capacity, and nothing is really wrong in your life, everything is kind of going great, but you're just completely not satisfied with it, lean in, because I'm going to be going there with everything that I share. But I'm only here for the right kind of person. The right kind of person I'm here for. We are matched together. So you might be listening and be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Or you might be listening and being like, fuck yeah, she's speaking to me. So that's who I'm talking to right now. So I just wanted to come on here live and just have a little chitty chat. That's all. I'm in a different time zone now, so it kind of works out because a lot of my clients are in the US. And lean in. If you're all about sovereignty and freedom and you're in a place where you are reinventing who you are or remembering who you are, maybe for the first time ever, this is the place. This is the work that we are doing. This is what I'm going to be talking about. Dropping the good girl people pleasing. Yes, talking a little bit about the patriarchy and systems. And really helping women establish who they are now at this point in their lives. So that's what we're doing. There is still co-parenting programs and resources on demand, but we are headed in a new direction. So with that, lean in, follow along if that's your jam. If it's not, that's okay too. And I will see you on maybe the next live. Maybe I'll come on live again for another chit chat and a little share, a little casual chat. Alright, so take care. See you soon. Bye bye.